What's PixelX fam? And today I'm going to... Okay, I'm not being rude, but I swear some of us have fake friends. Most of us have at least one fake friend, okay? It's not being rude. I'm not being rude to the people who are being fake a little bit because you don't like the person, but you actually have real friends. I don't know, maybe because people are being fake because they don't like that person, but they just want to get something. I don't know, maybe they've been hurt before. But anyways, today's video is going to be how to realise if you have fake friends or something like that, you know. So I've made like stuff for me to say so I don't like say wrong things, you know. So number one, advice on how to get rid of fake friends or realise if you have fake friends is if they leave you all the time. So basically, they'll say they hang out with you, they'll go and hang out with you, yeah, and then they'll come up to you, another person will come up to you, they'll try and hang out with you, but then another person will come up to you, and they'll be like, oh, do you want to come and hang out? Sometimes people try and play it off and say no, but then they'll do it the second time someone asks, or some people just say, oh yes. So soon as so you're with your best friend, well, you say your best friend, could be fake. I'm not saying your best friends are fake. What I'm trying to say is that if you have got fake friends, here's to know how to tell. You can compare your friends to this, and if they do any of it, then just question them about it, or don't question them about it, or if they do only one of them, they're most likely just trying to be your friend, and they don't know how to be a friend. But if they do all of them, they're definitely fake, so make sure you get rid of them. Okay, anyways, so what I was trying to say, if they leave you all the time, if they like, someone comes up to you and her or him and says, oh, do you want to come hang out with me instead of her, and they say yes, then you'll be left alone. That's what they're trying to do. Or what they would do is, let me think a second. Oh yeah, what would they do is that they would wait, they'll say no to that person, then someone else who would come up, the other person would get a different person to come up, and then they'll say yes to that person, or they'll start playing it off. If they don't do it on the second person, then they're probably real friends because they want to hang out with you instead of anyone else. But if they leave, then that's a risk that they could be fake friends, you know, they might be fake friends. Number two, if they ask you for you to buy them something all the time. So say if they keep mentioning things like, oh, I would really love that, or I really want that, and then because you have money and they don't, basically they'll be hinting that they want it, and it's kind of happened to me before, like they're hinting that they want it, and then you buy it, or your mum buys it, or your family member buys it, you know, because you hint that you want it. If you do it to a family member, it doesn't really mean anything because it's your family and you just want something, you know. Well, definitely if it's your mum. But like if it's anyone else, like your friends or your best friends or something, who keeps hinting that they want it, I feel bad for you. Because that is one possibility that they could be fake. They probably won't. This is not a strong one because it could just be because they really want something and they're hungry. Or it could be that they are fake. But this is a possibility between both. But the first one is definitely, you know. But if they do it all the time, like asking you for stuff, if they physically ask you, like, oh, can I get that, can I get that, can I get that, they're totally fake. Like, all the time, they're totally fake. Okay, number three. If you offer them something and they always say yes. So, with my friends, if they offer me food, I say no. Sometimes I say no, sometimes I say yes. So, it's not like all the time. Like, most of the time I say no because I might not be hungry or I just can't be bothered. If they say yes for the first 5 times, they're probably not fake because they don't want to sound rude. But when they've got comfortable with that person asking them, or your mum asking them, or you asking them, they've got comfortable, they'll finally say no if they're real. But if they're fake, then they most likely will say yes still. Okay guys, that's to realise if you have a fake friend. Remember, if they do 3 of them, you need to get rid of them out of your life, because they can bring you down. They might not be trying to, but they could be bringing you down, and you need to get rid of them. Because I've had so many friends who are like this, and I've got rid of them as soon as I've realised. Anyways, let's move on to the next category. The next category is how to get rid of them. So how to get rid of them is tip number 1, stand up to them. So this cannot always work, because they can always fight back and say, yes, I am being a fake friend. You can stand up to them and they can pretend to cry and be like, oh yes, I have been a fake friend, I'm so sorry. Or you can stand up to them and they'll start fighting you or beating you up. I know this is like really scary, but standing up to them can work though, because they might feel really embarrassed. But make sure you've got like a group of people, because if they're by themselves and you've got a group of people, they'll back off. But if you're one and they're one, or if they've got a group of people and you're one person, I don't recommend doing this one, because you're going to feel so small and they're going to feel massive. You know what I mean? Anyways, the next one is taste of their own medicine. So basically what I thought by this is taste of your own medicine. Basically do what they're doing to you. Basically what I mean by that is do what they're doing to you. So if they're saying leaving you all the time, when they ask to hang out, you say no every single time. Or you're not becoming a fake friend because they was a fake friend to you, so you don't want to hang out with them anymore. And then eventually you'll start drifting apart. You won't ask each other anymore, and that'll just be end of the fake friends. Tip number 3, and this is the last thing for this video, ignore them. Basically just ignore them. If they ask you to go out, just don't say anything, ignore them. Or if they ask you for something else, then just ignore them. Just ignore them for everything, okay? That's basically it for realise if you have fake friends or anything. If you want more tips like this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out that video there. Make sure you subscribe. Love yous and byes.